Hi, Renee. How are you?
Am I writing yourself, Sid?
I'm great. Just getting used to Joburg, as I've been here just for a couple of days. So, how are you enjoying Joburg since you've been here your whole life?
Oh my God, this week has been a bit of a nightmare because of the cold front. But
Hmm.
other than that, I mean, Joburg is amazing.
Okay, that's cool. So, I wanted to know, are you able to tell me your journey on how on Wojama Skin began?
So, what you might still it's still a new baby, so to speak.
Hmm.
But I noticed a gap in the beauty industry, predominantly in not Africa. I don't want to say in Africa, but more in Zimbabwe, because I do have
Hmm.
ties in Zim because of my husband and my family. I realize that there's a gap in terms of people not knowing what their skin types are or what their skin concerns are. People tend to follow trends. So whatever you see on TikTok and a product is doing so well or being promoted by an influencer, that's what everybody tends to go for. But sometimes we do see that it doesn't always work for you. So that's when the brainchild came through for me to do Wojama Skin, because it's basically a skin analysis. We provide a skin
Oh,
analysis service so that you can actually get what your skin needs are, what your skin concerns are, and then we curate a skin routine based on that. So it takes out the guessing game of, oh, let me use this because this is working for
mm.
Sid. Let me use that, or this is working for Renee. Let me use that. So that's where I thought about it. And there's a massive target market in Zim that you can actually bring that through. So that's how Wajima came about. In terms of my current journey at the moment, well,
Hmm.
there's a lot of hurdles. As I'm not sure if you've ever started a business, but it's always tough. You always have teething problems,
Mm.
especially if it's your passion and you're trying to get the vision out. Sometimes a lot of people don't align with your vision, or they don't understand your vision until its concept is now actually
You mentioned Zim, like, were you meaning Zimbabwe?
Yes, Zimbabwe.
Okay. Please tell me about the people that you look up to in the spaces that you're in, or the space, I mean.
Well, I think anyone really that's really starting a business or takes that leap of faith, because it's not easy. You need to have
Hmm.
some sort of risk appetite to be able to start a business and take that risk. So for me personally, I think I look up to any woman, and I know I'm going to sound a little bit biased. I look up to a lot of Black women that are
Hmm.
in any industry, not particularly just the beauty industry. I mean, if you look at the Nomzamo Mbata, I really look up to her. I mean, she came from being an actress to beauty. I mean, she's also an ambassador for Neutrogena, and she's also in the UN space. So I look up to her because I think that's what I aspire to be. At some point, give back at some point, to the community, to anyone. So I think I look up more to her, although in general, I do look up to any woman in any business industry, whether it's construction or engineering. I mean, my profession at the moment, I'm in finance currently. Besides my passion being Wajama Skin, in the mining industry, which is predominantly male. So I mean, when you have a woman enter that industry, it makes it so worthwhile. So yeah, so in a nutshell, anyone trying to make it off air is my inspiration.
I have a comment here from Jitin Rishika. Would you mind if I give you this question?
Sure, go ahead.
Or, all right. All right. Thank you for this discussion. I have problematic skin. Is there any treatment for hormonal acne?
With hormonal acne, to be honest, it's always something on the inside. So it has to do with your supplements. So for us to actually give you the right treatment or the right routine for you, you obviously have to do that skin analysis. But in general, if you take zinc really
Mm-hmm.
helps with a lot of your hormonal acne. So hormonal acne is predominantly inside. So you have to work on your hormones, which obviously would be zinc. I would recommend zinc, which is quite good for hormonal, for balancing hormones. But from a outward skin treatment, anything that has salicylic acid also works great for acne. But also that also depends on how sensitive your skin is, which hence I always recommend the skin analysis. So I'll just give a general product that you could use, but then obviously for us to go in depth, you'd have to do that skin analysis. But I think your supplements is a big thing that you need to look out for, as well as anything that has salicylic acid in it for your facial wash.
What have been your highlights thus far?
I think it's just really how a lot of people have taken to the brand so quickly. I did not expect to the feedback that I've gotten so quickly. I mean, from it being an idea or just a concept to it actually being something that I'm actually pushing, that has been my highlight. I think I've had very few lows, but I've had quite a lot of highlights in terms of people pushing me to, okay, this is the right path that I'm doing. Every time I felt like a low point, I have enjoyed having people take to the idea and support the idea. So it's absolutely the support that I've received from both friends, family, and anyone just looking to have a glow up.
Any lowlights?
I think managing a business or starting a business as a one man show is a little bit difficult. So I do have my lows when, for instance, I don't get a reaction to either a post, social media. I mean, we're in a world where social media is massive. So if you don't get the right reaction from that, I think that really is a bit of a low. So for now, I think I've got more highs than lows, but yeah, I
Mhm.
don't have a lot of lows to really speak about.
Okay, that's great. So, what are your plans for the rest of this year and beyond?
Well, at the moment, my 6 month trajectory is to open a store that will
Hmm.
actually cater to those individuals that actually need to come in and do, but to create a skincare experience, not necessarily just a store where someone just comes in and just gets a skin analysis and does the product and gets a product. I wanted to create a skincare experience that I mean, think of Gucci, for instance. When you go to Gucci, it's exclusive, and that's what I'm trying to do with skincare, to create a
Wow.
skincare experience for individuals, and just pay for the experience, really, so to speak, in a nutshell. So that is my 3 to 6 month trajectory for this year.
Okay, finally, what are your words of inspiration for people that may be interested in entering the space that you're in?
Go for it. I mean, that's the best I can say. I mean, if you can think it, you can do it. Just don't let any negativity get in the way of you trying to get your passion going. I think a passion is better than going to a 9 to 5 where you just have to, where you're pushing paper. So my advice is, if you've got an idea, do it, go for it. Rather try and fail than not try at all.
Okay, all I gotta say, thanks so much for your time, and hopefully this is the first of many.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. I really appreciate the platform, and I hope there's a lot of people that will get on board and, yeah, and follow the journey.
Take care.
Thank you, Sid.